Anyway, here's part 1 of Jeff the Killer. Alright, so if I had to continue this, it's probably going to be broken up into 4 parts, but right now, here's part 1. Alright, so the story opens with a local news reporter telling of a break-in that happened last night. Last night, August 28th, a break-in took place in Birmingham on Homestead Drive. An official statement from the victims has yet to be released, but the officers and paramedics have stated the victims were that of a 9-year-old boy and his father. The boy begins to wake to what sounds like wind blowing at the end of his bed. As he begins to focus more, he hears a faint sound being covered by the wind. It seems to be breathing. The boy rolls over to direct his gaze towards the origin of the noise at the foot of his bed. There he saw a figure outlined by the faint moonlight. As the boy's vision becomes clear, he makes out wide eyes peering at him, accompanied by an impossible smile. In reaction, the boy hides his face under the covers in an attempt to not be seen awake. The boy hears the muffled voice of the figure say, "Go back to sleep. You don't want to wake Dad yet." He hears a creak, followed by the mattress shifting under the weight of the figure as he crawls onto the bed. The boy feels him stop right in front of him. He hears the voice from right above where the blanket is covering his face. "Go to sleep." The boy begins to flare his legs around, trying to kick the man off the bed, but the intruder gets on top of the boy as he begins to scream. The boy's mouth is quickly covered by the intruder's right hand. While restraining the boy, the figure takes his left hand and reaches for a knife tucked away in his belt. He looks over him, wide-eyed, staring, baring his teeth. The door bursts open due to the boy's father hearing the struggle from the next room over. The intruder doesn't break eye contact with the boy, while the father rushes over to push the man off the bed. He rushes to grab the boy out of bed, then motions for him to stay behind. The father looks in the direction of the figure to see him looking back, his face partially lit by the moon peering through the window. He takes half a second to look back at his son while drawing his handgun, then looks back to see the intruder lunging towards the boy with his knife held high. The father pushes his son away from the man's assault, causing the knife to enter his leg. As the father lets out a pain-induced wail, he makes eye contact with the intruder, giving him a full view of his uncanny appearance. The father responds by grabbing the man by the head, but he responds by jolting his head back and forcing the knife out of his leg. The man then plunges the knife down into the father's right shoulder. The father swings his left arm to push the figure away, causing both of them to lose balance. Through the pain, he manages to cock the handgun with his right hand. He attempts to steady his aim and take a shot, but he misses, and the intruder runs for the bedroom window. As the father's vision begins to blur, he takes another shot at the man as he raises the window. He aims too high and causes the glass to shatter and